Hello, my name is Kane Munro. Today I'm talking about business and life advice in song lyrics. So just what are today's lyrics? Well, meetings suck, as does keeping a meeting on track. It's like herding cats, elusive, unpredictable, and occasionally prone to hissing fits or random scratching or something like that. Yeah, fear not. Let's work through the perils and some triumphs of keeping a meeting on the straight and narrow. The first is that meetings never, ever seem to start on time. Latecomers strut in, if it's in the office, as if they're auditioning for a fashion show, while the rest of us have been discussing next quarter's budget for what feels like an eternity. The same sort of thing goes for the online version as well, where you inevitably have to admit a latecomer while also trying to do at least two other things at the same time. Now this is really frustrating, but instead of displaying frustration, try and address their tardiness while also keeping the atmosphere, try to keep it a bit more buoyant and on track. Do not let it or anything distract you, because distraction is another meeting killer. Now you're leading a meeting, everyone's engaged, and suddenly, a distraction comes out of nowhere. It just appears. It could be a buzzing phone, an email notification pops up on your share screen, or even just a bird tapping on your window. Now the key to maintaining focus is to tackle these distractions head on, maybe with a dash of humor as well. So next time a phone interrupts, maybe try exclaiming, the phone, the mating call of the modern professional. Now watch as your colleagues chuckle and then maybe report you to HR as well. The point really is though to acknowledge but to stay focused. And if you're the meeting leader, you hold the power to steer the ship, the meeting which way you want it to go. So instead of brandishing it like a stern captain, sprinkle your moderation with comments and interjections. This can keep the team engaged and eager to follow your lead in the meeting. Where you hand the meeting over to somebody else or get somebody else involved, or you do some questions, important again to maintain control and engagement. We have all been to one of those meetings where there is that one person who goes off on tangents, leading the discussion into a labyrinth of unrelated topics. Now, every meeting has one of these people. I hope it's not you. Now, instead of getting lost in the maze, try and bring them back to the point of the meeting. Imagine saying, "Hold that thought, my friend. We've ventured so far off track that we're in Narnia. So let's find our way back to the cupboard and focus on our original topic, shall we?" Now, watch again as your colleagues chuckle, and then maybe again report you to HR. I'm being silly, but the point is to, again, just stay focused. There should always be an action item at the end of a meeting, because otherwise the content of the meeting could have just been covered in a memo and saved everyone a truckload of valuable time. Meetings suck, and keeping a meeting on track it's not easy, but embracing the chaos and knowing when to intervene are very important to ensure that you can get the best out of a meeting. Now that's all for this week. I'll be back with another lyric next week. Until then, stay safe, stay well. There's lots of bugs out there after all, and get the most out of a meeting, or just send a memo instead.